Happy Friday. We've got an exciting show lined up for you. It's entertainment highlights, which we like to do every now and then, and we just like speak our minds and see what we really think about certain things that happened over the past week or so. We're here at Parque by Radisson, and I've got two gorgeous ladies who are not afraid to speak their mind. I've got Marianne Bishar, who's a radio presenter at Nation FM and a TV presenter at Lit 360. Hey, oh, so that tongue out. I could never be that cool. Like, even in my wildest days, I could never like stick tongue out and be like, look at me. Anyway, we've also got Maureen Mundia, who's a YouTuber and just a bomb human being. Is that what you said? Bomb. A bomb human being. So, ladies, how are we doing today?
Good.
Ready to speak our mind?
Always ready to. Millennials, we have so many opinions, man.
Okay. Wait, where does the millennial thing stop?
Oh, I think 35. 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think about that age. I think so. All right, so ready for the first story, right? I don't know if I should call him gospel star anymore, but Willie Paul and his girlfriend Nandi were in Tanzania for a concert, and they actually had a really bad road accident and managed to come out uninjured, the two of them at least. But I wanted to talk about him as a gospel. Is he a gospel singer? How would you describe the performances? And
I know it's changed like recently, but first I'm really glad like him and Nandi are okay and they're safe and everything. But it's true, he hasn't made an official like switch from, you know, in Kenya we have gospel and secular, even though those aren't really genres, but he hasn't said he switched. But his music has switched for sure. Right. Even his stage performances, like they've been very racy. Very, you know, it's like, is it Trey Songz or Willie Paul? Which one is it? Yeah. So I think he needs to just make like an official announcement and say.
Do you think it's fair to make that? Do you think it's fair for people to expect him to be like, come on, tell us something?
I think so. You know, she just said Trey Songz. First of all, I've never seen him with a shirt on. So, and that's what Willie Paul is doing now. I rarely see him with a shirt on, and I don't see him that much. But on social media, it's like, wait, are we supposed to be? Is this it now? Yeah. But I don't know what's going on. I'm not, Is that even his girlfriend? Isn't that his girlfriend?
Again, we don't know. Yeah. They look very cozy on stage.
Yeah. And I'm also curious to know.
That's chemistry.
Yeah, well, yeah, and sometimes it's made up chemistry for cameras, and then sometimes it's more than that. I don't know. Yeah. But do you think people are sort of allow for artists to change? Do you think there's often like a lot of friction when an artist decides, whether it's Kanye West going from music to fashion, or an artist going from gospel to, I guess, secular?
I think human beings in general are just not good with change. Yeah. Even for us, like if right now one of us was to switch careers or whatever, so it takes people a minute, because human beings, most of them are just not comfortable with change. So I think it's going to be a bit rough for him coming to, and then the internet never forgets. So it's always like, remember when you used to do this? Remember when you first came out? Remember when? And that's hard on anyone, to be honest.
But we've had some previous artists, didn't
Size 8,
Size 8, yeah.
Her switch was flawless.
Well. Was DMG?
Yeah, but she was switching the other way, so it's acceptable.
Oh,
she was switching from secular to Christian.
Oh, so we're more. So we give permission more.
Yeah, so I mean, what are you gonna say? You're worshiping God now?
Yeah.
I think,
I
think it's easier to like not put yourself in a box. But I know we tend to do it for our artists as well. But like if you're an artist and you can't commit like fully to one thing, I think don't put yourself in a box. Don't be like, I'm a gospel artist and this is my niche, or I'm a secular. Just make music when you want to make music. We've seen people like Sauti Soul, when they make gospel music, no one complains.
No,
it's just like
people do complain.
What?
Yes.
Who's complaining?
There were tweets about it.
There's like very few tweets. We didn't even. Did you see that?
I haven't seen it. But people are just like
when one of the members decides to respond, it's a huge thing. Yeah.
I mean, I think
there's always outliers.
Also like to label, and it's almost like that's how I'll be comfortable with you.
Exactly.
If I can put you in a box and be like, this is who you are. But also, it's like,
we're fluid. We're fluid and we're not binary. Yeah?
And speaking of being fluid and letting loose, so Rafiki, a judge allowed for Rafiki to be screened in court so that they can finally make a decision on whether it should be played or not. First of all, it just sucks that it's taken this long for a decision to be made, for even it to have been banned in the first place. But But what are your thoughts? I mean, we've on the show a few times we've talked about it, but I'm curious to know what you ladies think about.
I think it's going to take a while. I haven't seen the film, so I can't speak on it, but I think just anything labeled with the word gay, I mean, any LGBTQ, I think it's going to take a while for Kenyans as a whole to accept it and go with it. I mean, we are a third world country and we're facing these problems, but even first world countries are still, it's still resistant.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know it's just a film, but the whole LGBTQ thing is it's gonna take.
It is going to take a while.
Yeah, and imagine the people who are not, I mean, not to sound biased or anything, or the people who are not well traveled, or the people who know it's a man and a woman, which are a lot of them in this country. Imagine trying to tell them that that's okay.
Yeah.
You know.
But I also do think that this is a very hypocritical space to be in, because one of the highest searched things online is pornography,
Gay
like
porn.
in Kenya,
Yes,
like just pornography in general. So to come out as like, no, we are very pious and, you know,
But that's what African countries do.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's typical
that's what
African
countries do.
behavior.
You sit there, and even in church, when you go to church, that's what they do. They just sit there and act holier than thou, and it's like, listen.
And the thing is, I don't think it's even, I know, like, obviously the more exposed, the more well-traveled you are, the more open your mind tends to be. But then there's so many people who maybe have not even, like, left their hometown, but they're still so open-minded. So I feel like it comes down to who you are as a person.
Yeah, and I think a sense of fear, because you tend to be scared of what you don't understand. And instead of trying to ask questions or to trying to get to know, you try and minimize, cancel, attack,
defend.
Yeah, and sort of just push away, because that's going to challenge everything that you think you know about yourself. But you know, a win. It's a small win, but a win for Rafiki, and in the step right.
And in Pride Month, no less. So
yeah. All right. So Mr. Sean Carter, Jay-Z, was just recently named by Forbes as the first Black rapper to hit $1 billion. Actually, it could just be the first rapper, not even Black, but the first rapper to hit $1 billion. And this is someone who's been in the game since, I think he was 26 when he first dropped his album. I'm not entirely sure. But thoughts on us having Jay represent up there?
Actually, he was 19.
What do you mean?
When he started rapping.
Oh, really?
He was 19.
Okay.
And he's 49 now. So that's 20 years.
No, more than.
No, it's 20.
No,
No.
19.
Wait.
That's 30.
30.
Are you sure?
30.
Yeah.
No, I think then it's later then.
I think
26,
he started
26.
rapping at 26,
I
but
think
he
so
was
too.
dealing drugs before.
He was.
Hustling.
He was.
I like how we say hustling, but it's like, no, he was in the drug business.
Yeah, but I just wanted to say, you know, as millennials, we kill ourselves if we haven't made it by 25, if you've not done this by 26, if you've not, listen, if it took this man that long to get to $1 billion, I just think, I mean, just take your time, stop killing, we need to stop killing ourselves, because this instant gratification thing that we have as young people is just, it's making most of us go mental, to be honest.
That's true, man. That's such like solid advice, because it's true. Everybody is killing themselves with like deadlines, and it's like you fix them for yourself. You're like, I have to have done this by 25. I have to have done this by 30. I have to have done this by that age. But it is true, and I think like Jay-Z hitting $1 billion at this point, we're so proud of him. Like, how many billionaires do you know with nappy hair? It's fantastic. But that also shows you like the difference that generational wealth makes. Because I was just thinking, Kylie Jenner hit $1 billion before him. He's been hustling since he was probably 19, like she said. 30 years of hard work and grind.
But I think she's been hustling all her life.
How?
Because she got,
I think it's
Okay,
a little different.
but she's been on since she was 9. She's 21 now?
Yes.
So that's what? That's 12 years?
But like the show, would you really call like, okay, I'm not saying a reality show isn't work, it's absolutely work, but it's the makeup business that got her to $1 billion status, and she's had that for 2 years.
Maybe Jay-Z started rapping with those people he was selling stuff to. Like,
No,
you have
you
to
cannot
have a
cover-
start somewhere, and that just the reason why she was able to be this successful is because we knew of her. Like all these years, we grew up with her not having any lips, and now she has lips. So we're like, what is it about these lips? That's
See,
it.
but that's her name and 2, generational wealth. Like if Kylie was born in an ordinary family and she would have to start looking like for investors for everything from scratch without the Kardashian or Jenner name, no way she would have done it that fast.
But
No
I
way.
also
Yeah, but
have
that's what
to
I'm.
say,
But then we're saying the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was her working on the reality show for that
Yes,
long,
yes.
and being there
Yeah.
for that long.
Yeah.
And us recognizing her for that long.
but I think
Yeah.
I also have to say that social media and the age that we live in now, technology in general has completely changed how people consume as well. And there's, as odd as this will sound, but Kylie now has access to younger viewers in a way that maybe Jay-Z back in the 80s or 90s wasn't able to access that, you know, younger viewers. And now you've got younger people online worshipping these young women and men and doing whatever they say. So they say, buy my hat, we're going to buy it. They say, buy my lipstick, done, we're going to do it. Buy my album, I'm here for you. And I think access to that has changed a lot too.
It really has. And they're so
It's
susceptible.
terrifying. Yeah.
It's really scary.
Yeah.
Because young people are so susceptible to like opinions of people that they stan, you know?
Yeah.
And they say it's the word goes. And it just reminded me when you talked about Kylie, her skincare video. If you guys talked about that. Listen.
I saw a tweet
I
about
did.
someone like, Kylie, why are you not touching your forehead? Why
about
are
her
you not
neck?
washing your...
There was still makeup on the towel.
Yeah,
Which
whole neck.
I didn't get that because
did
you
you
want me to buy your product, but you're not using it either properly because you don't want to,
Yeah.
or you just
And-
don't know how to wash your face, which
and
it's
here's
hard
the
to
gag.
believe.
Here's the gag, as the kids say. Here's the gag. The makeup line and the skincare line still sold out in what?
Sold out.
4 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Sold out. 4 minutes. And we wonder how these people they're able to continue building their wealth. And yet, someone like Jay-Z has had to invest in art, in real estate, in other companies, whether it's in teams, and like he's really had to think as a businessman and not just. No, in fact, he says it. He says he's got that line. I'm not a businessman.
I'm a
businessman.
Like I'm not a businessman. I'm a business. I'm the business.
Yeah,
man.
exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
right. Yeah, obviously I'm
No,
not.
is that what he says?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
not.
I'm in the music industry or in the music business. Or
No.
something.
That's
He
that's
says-
someone else.
That's someone else?
No. He says, I'm not a businessman. I am a businessman. Like, and it took him having to sort of gain this business acumen and think outside of the box of what a lot of people could box you into, which is you're just a rapper, honey. Okay, that's cute. But he was like, no. And for him to fight, to push, to amass that kind of wealth, I think is a step in the right direction, and especially for someone who looks like him, sounds like him. He shouldn't fit the mold of what most white old men have claimed to be their own. And there he is. All right, we've got to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about some ladies who are also making that coin in the entertainment industry. We'll be back in a moment. Gents. We're here at Park Inn by Radisson, and we're talking through entertainment highlights and trying to unpack and give our honest opinions about some of the biggest stories that have taken place in the past couple of weeks. I've got Maureen Mohia and Mariam Bishar, and before the break we were talking about Jay-Z and his cha-ching, all the dollars he's been making. Now, another lady has been named the richest female musician. And I could not believe who it was because I was like, oh, I know who it is. I know who it is. And I was like, wait, what? Rihanna?
Yeah.
Rihanna, ladies and gentlemen. And that she's worth 600 million. I'm going to read out who comes after her. Madonna, who's worth 570 million. Celine Dion, 450 million. And Beyonce is worth 400 million. I was like, no, sir.
Should be at the top.
No, she shouldn't.
Excuse me?
Why not?
She's an entertainer. That's where it ends.
She's a businesswoman.
That's fine, but she just know what she's good at. She's an entertainer. That's what she's solidified. She's not even a great actress. I like Beyonce. I love her, but she's not a good actress.
She's not a good actress.
It's true.
She's not a good actress.
She's a businesswoman.
She's not even entertaining when you're interviewing her. She's the most boring human being
Thank you,
I've
ladies and
ever
gentlemen.
watched.
We'd like to exit.
I know.
Thank you for
Yeah.
company.
Exit stage
Bring
left.
it
But
up.
she's just
Thank you
a
for
good
servicing.
entertainer. That's it. I can't take that away from her.
Yeah.
That's it. She's just a good entertainer. And that's where it ends.
But Maureen, we've just come from saying Jay-Z, if we were looking at what you're worth based off of what
Yeah.
you do, then Jay-Z shouldn't have hit it. But he's
He
been able to
should have.
amass his wealth from other things.
But yeah, from other things,
Yeah.
exactly. What else has she done? What does she own?
Ivy
Apart-
Park,
shares
but
in
for
Uber.
some.
No,
Ivy
Ivy
Park
Park
as well.
with someone else. Ivy Park is in conjunction with.
She's
what is
now
it under?
signed with
Is it
Adidas.
under
But it's
Adidas?
hers. It's
Exactly.
hers. It's hers.
Yeah, it's fine, but it's not. It's like saying Sharon in conjunction with Mac. Like in the.
No. It's her business.
It
That-
is
in
hers.
fact, after she
but
bought
she
the
couldn't.
shares from
But she couldn't
Topshop.
come up by herself.
Can I
She
say
didn't
though?
do it by
You know what? I
herself.
think you're right about
No.
though.
Yeah.
You need like personality to sell. The reason Rihanna is at probably the top, is because there's that cult personality around her, and people know her, and she's interesting, and you know her personality, And so when she launches Fenty Beauty, it's like, Rihanna,
Yeah.
I have to put my makeup
But
on your face.
I
Let me tell you,
she tried
I
all
felt
those things before.
Yeah.
She did Fenty by Puma. She tried that. She did Fenty by Puma. She did Fenty with MAC for makeup. She used to do those things until she came out and she's like, you know what? I'll just release Fenty.
It's the personality, actually.
By
I get her.
Rihanna.
Because when
Yeah.
Ivy Park came out, to be honest, I never felt the need to cop some Ivy Park. I didn't feel that connection. But with Fenty and the makeup, I'm like, Amazon, let's get the shipping. I need this. I need,
But I do think that first of all, Rihanna's wealth is majority because of Fenty, right? And I do think that the beauty industry is growing exponentially. And I think the YouTube culture has helped push that. That's why the Kylie Jenners are Kylie Jenner and Fenty is Fenty. And I think there's also been room for people outside of the makeup giants. It was before it was L'Oreal and MAC and Estee Lauder, and they were the ones who were governing this space and the gatekeepers of
and
sorts.
they weren't,
So
and
it's
they
almost
weren't
like-
including us.
Yeah,
With
and they
5
weren't,
shades.
exactly. And they were the ones who said like, sure, we can do like a lipstick with you. Do you want to do a lipstick? Sure, we'll do it. And then you have people coming in like, you know what? I'm going to step into this space, make my prices a little bit, better than average, and also accommodate
Everyone.
all the different shades and.
Yeah.
That's-
we
that
can't
was
all
her
wear the
thing.
same pink nude.
That was her niche.
Yeah,
Her
Rihanna
niche
came out
was
strong.
inclusivity. That's it. Because and someone, what is it called? Makeup Forever tweeted at her because they also had 40 shades of foundation before to begin with, and she was like, yeah, 40 shades and they all have gray undertones. So I come out looking like a ghost. But she knew how to do the red undertones, the greens, the yellow, which is what we wanted. So she has so much personality behind her. She came up with a whole YouTube video, and her personality was shining through. She was amazed by her own makeup. So it's like, oh God, you're amazed? I want it. I want to know what it's about. But Beyonce does not have personality. And I think that's why she's great on stage, because then she can be whoever she wants to be on stage.
She does say she's a different person
Yeah,
on stage.
I can see where you're coming from with that.
I
In
love
that,
her.
in that Rihanna can sell lipstick
We're more
probably
connected
better
to her.
than
Yeah.
Beyonce can.
Yeah.
Where you feel like on a personal level you can relate to some things Rihanna does, like you see her walking out of hotel rooms every single day with a glass of wine. You're like,
Yeah.
this is relatable. I don't have the money to
But
rob
Queen
hotel
Bee
rooms.
For like,
No,
like
I'm
whether
Queen
she's
Bee.
putting
Me
out,
too.
Like,
I'm
Ivy
Queen
Park,
Bee.
Me too.
or like
Yeah.
no lipstick. I'm still all she does
Her
is just
music.
perform.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
Queen Bee.
covered. We're good.
No, but who would you rather be on a yacht with? Who would you rather be on a yacht with? Like cashing out, like ball out.
No,
who would you rather be with?
I think they both like if I wanted a good time, it would definitely be
You're on a
Rihanna.
yacht.
But I think Beyonce has it.
to do
has
what?
her.
What are you going to do with her on a
Talk,
yacht?
but I'm a boring person in that light. I don't need to be partying and like having a glass. That's not me.
Yeah.
But
So
you're
I'd
on
be
a
okay
yacht.
being like, so tell me about motherhood. Yeah, tell me about
That would
like,
be interesting with Beyonce,
forgiveness.
man.
Yeah, it could be like, what about art? Or what about music? So I'm happy to go that route.
She'd
too.
say one word.
I'm just gonna move on to the next one because this is hurting my feelings, guys.
You know, the thing is, she hasn't lied though. I'm hurting as well, but she's not lying, so I'm just keeping quiet.
I have
It's
to
true.
talk
She's
to myself about
she's
it.
very
because I
boring
love
to
her.
interview.
I've watched everything about her. I love her, but I'd rather be with Rihanna on a yacht.
I think I understand. Also, I think I might also want that. Okay, all right. So next topic that we need to get into is the fact that Chameleon wants to run for mayor in Uganda, and I think the president may or may not have caught feelings because he decided to unfollow him on Twitter.
Right.
That's
I
odd.
love that we live in a time where you communicate beef through unfollowing someone on
Yeah,
Twitter.
yeah. You're like,
what is
"Ooh,
2019?
drama?"
I found it so funny, but I
Yeah.
don't know. Is he going to run in the opposition or like with a government party? That's the thing. Because
I'm pretty certain it's opposition.
it's opposition.
I mean, if he
So
had
it's Bobby
followed.
Wine
Yeah.
part 2. I wish him all the best.
Right.
And then also a fun fact I found out, the president Uganda, Museveni's Twitter, it follows like about 20 people, I was just checking, but among them is like Kagame, Magufuli from Tanzania, and then William Ruto, but no UK, no.
That's a fun.
Interesting.
It's not very fun though.
It says a lot, huh?
Yeah,
But
it
it says by the way, if you look at
It
who you're
does.
following, it says a lot in this.
Because there's only
It does.
23
It
people,
does.
so you can see it's very meticulous.
Yeah,
Not
but-
everybody
yeah.
gets a follow.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that means.
I don't want us to like say a prayer for him though,
Why?
because
Oh,
because
right.
it's rough
Right.
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what else I can say about that.
Like
Yeah.
Bobby Wine has gone through the
A
most.
lot.
Yeah, exactly.
A
And
lot.
that's pure torture. So
Yeah, but I think if you find that this is your calling, if you and again, I like that, you don't have to be in a box, right? Because a lot of people be like, but you're a rapper, you're a singer, you're an entertainer, stay in your lane. And he's like, actually, no, I'm gonna choose not to. Same with Kim wanting to be a lawyer. I know that's not the best example, but it's
No, it's a good
It's
example.
commendable,
but
yeah.
it's
Very
like
good
if you want to,
example.
so
Yeah.
so I like that if you do feel like it's your calling, if you feel passionate enough to pursue this, and especially knowing that this is something that could impact your livelihood and your life too, right? And if you feel compelled to move forward with it, then more power to you. More
I
power to
agree,
you.
man.
Yeah.
All right, so I want us to go back to Beyonce for a second, just for a second. We were
She's not
taking a
letting
quick
it go.
break,
Okay.
but we've got to talk about Beyonce, and we have to talk about the Beehive, and the fact that recently Beyonce was at a game with her husband Jay-Z, and she was sitting next to a lady who, for a moment, just had a conversation with Jay-Z. I'm sure it's on the screen right now, and you can see. And Beyonce doesn't look pleased. But I also think that, I don't know if it's enough to go by how she looks and what she's doing, but what came of that is that the young lady, the woman who was speaking to Jay-Z got attacked wildly by the Beehive. Not forgetting that she's actually married to the Warriors boss, the man who owns the Warriors. So,
First of all, so wild, man.
no wait,
The
do you know
Beehive.
she wasn't having a conversation? She was taking his
Order.
order.
Yeah.
yeah.
I watched the video, and when you see, like, you can read Jay-Z's lips, he says vodka soda.
Oh, he
Two
does.
words. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Vodka. That was it.
Right.
I think the Beehive, fan bases in general can get very toxic, and that's what we were talking about earlier. Like that stan culture, especially with younger people. And so that lady got like death threats on her IG. Her whole comment section was just the B emojis, and then comments and threats and bad things. And she had to deactivate her comments at least, or the whole account.
She took down her page.
She
did?
Yeah, her Instagram page.
It's so
And she said
unnecessary.
she only had 2 conversations. One was to ask for his order, and the second was like to be like, oh, this is why I gave Beyonce a rose or something like that.
Yes, the first,
And to see how quick the Beehive came for her, it almost is like, are you not allowed to have
A conversation.
an opinion? Or not even an opinion. Like if you do anything that is perceived, whether or not it's true, but it's perceived as harmful or rude
It's really toxic.
towards
Like
Beyonce.
I saw that and I felt so bad because it's
Yeah.
such an innocent interaction. She was
Yeah.
hosting them and she's just trying to be nice. And then I tweeted like, the Beehive are so toxic. Ew, those were my exact words.
Yeah.
And like 5 minutes later, someone was under my comments with like the V emojis, and then they photoshopped a clown wig on my head, on my avatar, and then a clown nose. And I was like, who are you? Where are you from?
My point.
Yeah.
He's
Also,
from
thank you
Monaco.
for proving- yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for proving.
So I'm like, this person must be
Yeah.
sitting, like doing nothing, just searching Beehive, Beyonce,
Yeah.
looking for anyone who's talking trash or whatever,
Yeah.
and they're just ready to go in. I was like,
And you hadn't hashtagged anything.
I didn't hashtag
Oh, wow.
anything. I only
But
said,
that's
I didn't
wrong.
even hashtag Beehive. It was
Yeah.
just, Beehive are so toxic. Ew.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to be her as well. I feel sorry for her because if she was smiling at her, it would have been taken wrong. The fact that she kept her cool and just, sat back was also taken wrong. Like, I don't know how.
Also, she's so, like, people read so much into what she does,
Exactly.
like
Did
her
you see the other
expressions.
game?
The game they went to before that, she said something about 4 years, and people just dissected that to death. Someone asked her something, and she said 4 years, and so they were like, 4 years what? And I just feel like it's so hard to be her.
Yeah,
Because
the visibility.
there's no proper facial expression she could have had in that situation.
Yeah, that would make people happy.
Exactly. So
I feel like it's also now being hard to be around her. Like I started to feel scared for anyone who
Exactly.
comes into her presence or Jay-Z's presence, because it seems at this rate, you kiss her one too many times, you get attacked. You ask for her husband's order, you get attacked. You style her hair the wrong way, you get attacked.
style your
So-
hair the wrong
yeah, so how, and as well, and by the way, I love Beyonce,
Yeah.
but I just felt at some point, how do you try and restore order or a sense of
I don't think she does.
grounding?
Because she's not very active on social
Yeah,
media.
But I
Her
wonder if there's
publicist.
something. Yeah, the publicist
Yeah,
came out
came
and
out.
said, like, guys, you guys know what these two are about, and it's about love. So
They are
show
about
love,
love,
to
yeah.
others the same way you're showing love to Beyonce. But I wish it was coming from her as well, because
I don't think so.
It's
No,
getting
I don't
out
think
of
so.
hand.
No, because in that would acknowledge all that hate.
But she has to.
No, she doesn't have to. She can blind it with love, with other acts of love, because after that she
But the Hive wouldn't change though.
They did. They changed because she went on with her best friend and gave their word and everything.
You know-
You're not
you know what I
acknowledging
think?
what just
It's-
happened last
Yeah,
night.
but she's because if you acknowledge the hate, then
Here's the thing.
they'll
I don't
feel
think it's
compelled
about
to keep
Beyonce at
doing
this
it.
point. So even if she does
I'll
a
tell
ton
you
of
what
other
it's
good
about.
things, it's just about them at this
No,
point.
I'll
They
tell
just
you what
need
it's
something to
about.
hate. What?
He cheated.
Oh, we're
That's
still
what he
mad
did.
about that?
Of course we are.
It's not your marriage,
You
man.
have
Move
Beyonce
on.
and you cheat on Beyonce. If Beyonce was cheated on, by the way,
Yeah.
that's
No,
it.
but I still feel quite strongly that she should have, or at some point she might want to address it somehow, and to be like, look, I have the best fans, but sometimes I feel like some people's lives, careers. Can you imagine what the woman went through for her to have shut it down? And it's
I
something
wouldn't.
that Beyonce could have been like, guys, I love you so much. I love you all so much for showing up for me. But this isn't one of those times, and the people that I care about are being affected by this. And I just feel like, but Beyonce is also known to like not say anything. just like,
Exactly.
cool.
Whether good
but
or
I just
bad.
wish she did. I do.
I don't think
I
she
do.
She-
ever will.
I don't think she ever will as well, unless it gets like dangerous.
It was dangerous.
But
She was receiving
no, death threats, yes, but I mean
Yeah.
like escalates beyond that. I don't want to say that. I hope it doesn't, but she does need to say something. But also, I don't think the Hive really care if she says something or not, because at this point, it's not about defending Beyonce. I feel like these are just people who are taking out their own frustrations.
They're feeding off of,
yes, they're just feeding off the negativity.
When your fan base now,
but which fan base isn't? Which fan base isn't toxic?
Beehive is on another level.
No, even Nicki Minaj.
Is
I
toxic?
think Beehive can
very
take
toxic.
down.
You know, R. Kelly still has a fan base, so
Gosh.
let's.
No, you see, this is where we go. This is where we go on a break because R. Kelly fan base, it makes zero sense.
It does not make sense, but he does have one. It's like,
okay. All right, we've got to take a break, but we'll be back in a moment.
You wanna see the clown photo?
It's my current avatar. I love it though. It's a nice wig. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So Kenya is over 25, who I'm sure you know and have watched their videos before. But they were the first group of 4 to ever walk on a TEDx stage and to be able to present, which is usually reserved for just 1 person, 2 max. But they were the first worldwide to be the number 4 on that stage. So my question to you is, do you think that, you know, the new media, the online space, whether it's a YouTuber, blogger, Instagrammer, that they have sort of validated their presence, that they've been able to sort of break the stereotype of what success means? Or do you think there's still room for that to happen a little bit more?
For sure. I think like every day we get more comfortable with the idea of online spaces being legit, with work that doesn't necessarily fit like the traditional scope being real work. So I'm a YouTuber, that's a career. It's not I'm a YouTuber part-time, I'm a YouTuber, you know, I'm an IG model, whatever it is, those things are becoming legit. And I'm so happy for Over 25 because I think anyone who watches them, like their chemistry is so natural and they're fantastic and they've been doing it for a while, they've been consistent. So I'm happy for them. I'm glad that they got on TEDx, like the first group of people to do that as a foursome, if you can call it that. I'm happy for them, but it does really prove that you don't have to be like in the traditional like work that we know, to be successful, and I'm happy for them. They're doing fantastic.
I just first of all want to clap for them because I don't even have one friend and there are 4 friends together
For that long.
Exactly. You know, because for me, one friend, that's too much, first of all.
What do you mean?
No, I have my mother, that's enough.
Wait, what do you mean? Wait, let's unpack that a little bit.
You know, getting older is it's hard to make friends when you're older, especially if you don't want to have any.
So like, you don't want to have friends?
No, I don't.
Why don't you want to have friends?
I just don't. It's just not in me. It's not something I look forward to.
So like, do you not have friends? Do you have one friend?
I have my mother and my sister. Yeah, I don't want friends.
Okay, but like if you have, like if you want to talk about life with someone, or you want to talk about boys, you want to talk about sex, you want to talk about your body, do you still have those conversations with your mother?
Yeah, we've had it ever since.
But like as openly, because you can talk about boys with your mom, but then can you talk about like sex with your mom?
But you know what a friend is? A friend is like, I'll call you at 3 a.m., no judgments.
Yeah.
No, but I've never found that. And
but it also seems to me like you don't want
acquaintances. I don't want now at this age. I don't want it. I'm not been willing to be open to it.
What?
Yeah, but there's acquaintances. There's people I laugh with. Hey, and that's it.
This is really interesting.
Yeah,
like I get not wanting like 100 friends.
Yeah,
no, I'm that person
want
as well.
one.
I keep like a small circle, but that circle isn't necessary.
I
need those
circle.
people.
I do not want it.
There's nothing like girls.
I
like
don't
having
like-
girls.
No, but you see, the thing is, I've had it.
Okay.
And
it didn't work.
It didn't work for me.
Right.
And it's good to accept that.
Yeah.
And not be like, well,
And
it's
to know
something wrong.
yourself.
Yeah.
So you would not be open to the idea of like making new friends
No.
at all?
I have new acquaintances, but you know, my mom's the same too.
Okay.
She doesn't have friends either.
Okay.
She has maybe one person who, and it's a business relationship. Like, you send business my way. And I was like, you know what, if she survived this long and amassed the success that she has without needing it, then why do I feel the need to have friendships? I honestly don't. I go to sleep fine at night.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're happy,
Exactly.
I guess that's all that matters.
Yeah,
but
so
you were saying seeing the 4 of them.
Exactly. I really like looking at it from the outside looking in. I'm like, are you guys really that happy? And that's what I watch for. I can love you, but I don't have to like you all the time. And I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Also, what they're doing is like women empowerment. Now I'm for that.
Yeah.
I'm for lifting the next woman because, I mean, I don't know their history, but I'm sure that, it could be they're not all on the same level, meaning relationships, careers, parents, whatever. So just bringing the next person up to your level. I'm for that. Like, I don't like knocking down, but
Yeah. Right. So let's talk about love for a second. So Alex Rodriguez posted a video on Instagram of an interview he did 20 years ago, where the interviewer asked him, like, who'd be your dream date? And guess who he said? Jennifer Lopez. And then now look at them 20 years later, and they're engaged and looking so cute together. And so my question is, do you believe in manifestation, and especially when it comes to love?
Like speaking things into existence. I personally don't. When it comes to love, I believe in putting that energy out for other things. Like, I really want this job, I'll write it down, I'll do everything, I'll vision board it. Those kinds of things I get. But with love, not really. Having said that, that is really cute. I just think it's a cute coincidence. I don't think it's like proof of speaking things into existence. And my unpopular opinion, like, this is J-Lo's what, second, third marriage? Yeah, she's a lover.
Like 4th.
Yeah.
I mean, she's been round the block.
And
when it comes
like,
to
and it's not a
marriages,
bad thing, yeah?
Yeah.
But also, so what are the chances of this one? And she's one of those people I think who bounces back from love really fast. So she'll be with A-Rod and they'll be in love and super happy. But if they were to divorce, she'll be on to the next, who also maybe wanted to date her back in the day, you know?
She's been the it girl.
Yeah, she's been the it girl
while.
for a while. So I think it's cute, but I don't think it's like proof of like speaking things into existence. Just a cute coincidence.
I don't believe in speaking things into existence.
At all?
It's not, because if I get disappointed, like what you said about a job, like if I go for a job interview and then, okay, I've spoken it into existence and then I don't get it, then what? Like, okay, let me tell you, I'm not good with rejection. So if I've thought about it and manifested it and
It doesn't happen.
But yeah, but also with love, why would I do that?
No, but I don't know if you need to put a face or a person's name to it, but I think it's the idea that you're very clear on what you want and what your intentions are for a relationship, and to put it out there so that even when the time comes and
No, that is true. I get what she's
I
saying.
can't do that.
You know,
because I've put it out. Let's say I've put it up. I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 qualities. Yeah?
yeah.
But I can't also bring the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 qualities all in all 100% what the other person needs.
I don't think you have to check like all the boxes. I think what she means is like if you feel like, you know what, this is the kind of person I need in my life and you're very conscious about that, it's easier for you to filter out people as they're coming and you're like, hey, nope.
No, I don't.
And
no, I
oh,
don't.
you make sense. You're ticking my
No,
boxes.
I don't believe in that. You know, like that notion of the one, like you found the one. I don't believe there's the
Okay,
one.
neither do I.
I don't know if you have to, if there's the one, but I
Exactly,
do think
but
that,
those are qualities you've thought about and you're like, this is the one.
but how do you, if you're not clear on what your intentions are or what values that you
But that's why
desire.
you date. That's why you date.
Wait, so it's
But
like
if
you're
you
throwing.
don't-
So it's like you're rolling the dice. Like let
No,
them
it's
come.
like I
I'll
want
see if I
this-
like it.
Exactly.
Whew, that's
my thing.
dangerous.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not
For your heart,
dangerous.
it's-
I mean, they're still normal human beings. They're not
Yeah.
wild.
No, but I mean, my question would, and now we've
But
completely
there's also,
digressed.
let me
but-
tell you something. There's also things you notice after, like the person I'm with now, when the toilet roll is over, they change it. That's something very small, but it's like, I want to be with you.
But
Forever.
Maureen, it's toilet roll, paper, like it,
Exactly. So
it's toilet paper. That's a,
those
like,
small
but
things.
I'm so
Those small
shocked here.
things, yeah.
But let's go back. Now I feel like this is what the rest of the show will be about.
Yeah.
Sorry if this isn't your thing, but if you're not clear on what it is that you want, how do you know when it's before you?
But you're clear on what you don't want.
Okay.
I feel like
but
this is
also
really a
what
false equivalent.
energy
But
is
you know
it?
how like when we're in election periods and you vote against someone instead of for someone, that's a
Yeah.
mistake. You need to find what you're looking for,
Right.
not what you're not looking for, and then
No,
axe it
but,
out.
and it's okay to be clear on like you know what you don't want, but isn't
Exactly.
it important as well that even the energy you're putting out, like I don't know
Wait,
if you
are
prayed,
you,
but
are
if
you
you
a
were praying
decisive
about
person?
it, I think so. I think once I make up my mind, I know.
Yeah,
this
I'm
is
not.
it.
I can't decide on anything.
I'm stubborn and decisive, so I guess.
So okay, so but let's go back to the fact that you Mariam, you're saying you will try and like put the energy of manifestation out when it comes to work and you'll visualize it.
Yes.
But when it comes to love, you don't.
When it comes to love, not really, because it's such a roller coaster. I feel like these other things are in control. Like my work and getting jobs or getting opportunities, I feel like there's steps I can make to make that happen. You know, there's people I can reach out to, there's work I can do, I can go to school. Like it's a clear step-by-step process. So when I'm putting it out into the universe, I know what I need to do to get there. With love, I can work on myself, but that's really just about it. The rest is just up, you know.
But that's the power of like visualization and manifestation and prayer as well. I think that, and I mean, I very strongly believe in the power of that.
I believe
and
in
that
the power of
even
prayer.
as you are putting out and putting the work in and you know listing down what it is that you want, it's almost like an armor to protect you from the things that aren't meant for you. I don't know.
But like I said, I
it's
do
really
believe in
interesting and
knowing what I want in my head,
Yeah.
so that if you approach me, I see like, oh, okay, I like this, or I
Okay,
don't
okay,
like this.
alright.
But I won't be like, I want this kind of man, universe,
Right.
manifest.
That is so interesting.
I just
All
know
right,
what I
so-
don't want.
Okay,
Just what I don't
so
want.
speaking of women
for
who,
example.
speaking of women who put that energy out there, Ciara, I don't know if you watched the Red Table Talk when she was with Jada, and Jada's daughter and mother, and she was basically explaining how it was meeting her husband, but also she talked a little bit about what it's been like with Future and co-parenting.
Future was like my teddy bear.
Yeah.
So I was like, we gonna go. We about to do this thing together.
Exactly.
Let's go. So his first trip was to Ibiza. And that was kind of like my first time stepping out. I wasn't all the way back to my like normal weight.
Yeah. Right.
I was like, we about to go. Like, let's go. I just was like, I'm going to commit. I'm going to commit to pulling through. There's no other option because if I chose not to commit, then I was going to fall apart.
But you are, yeah. No, I was just wondering, are you going to actually confess, like, actually there's something I want to say? You never know if there's something
Good place
that you
to
want
make
to...
like a pregnancy announcement.
Yeah, you can announce it here. But I wanted to find out from you if co-parenting or parenting in general, if that's something that you ever encounter within your friends or circle of friends, and if so, what your thoughts are on that in this day and age, and what
all the
Wait,
time.
I just started thinking about it. I don't know anyone with kids.
No.
Oh, but you don't have friends either.
Oh, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still, like your coworkers.
Yeah, exactly.
Coworkers will have kids. People. Everyone has
yeah.
kids.
What, my coworkers on YouTube?
Okay. Yeah. True. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think co-parenting is it's necessary. I think people are learning to value their happiness and realizing that a happy home isn't necessarily a two-parent home. It's a home where whichever parent is present is happy and fulfilled. So of course, like, you encounter co-parenting all the time.
Yeah.
I come from like a single mom home for just not the longest time, but for a while, and I think those were the happiest years of my life when it was just us and mom. So I can never hate on it. I can be like, a healthy home is where the parent that is present, or even if they're separate, they're both happy. Just staying together for the kids, the biggest lie you can ever tell yourself as a parent, and I'm telling you that as a child who's grown up in that home. Do not stay for the kids. Look after your happiness. And I think Ciara found her happiness later after, because I think, was she pregnant with baby Future? She had already given birth,
But they were engaged.
That's such a vulnerable point to be, and to decide, peace, I'm out, I'm going to look after myself.
As a new mom.
Yeah,
it's a single mom.
Yeah.
But also, can we just acknowledge the fact that Ciara did pray and put the intentions out for her husband, and look at them now.
Yeah, but after messing up.
We didn't mess up.
With Future, he's a mess up.
He was
exactly.
But she didn't mess up.
She should have known she wouldn't want someone like that.
And she did, and she walked away.
After getting pregnant and after getting engaged.
Because at the time, oh my gosh, let me tell you, you can't make
I
mistakes.
know. Like, everybody makes mistakes.
No, that's what I'm saying.
And when you have room to correct them, you
know what
correct them.
she doesn't want. And Future had
But
what?
she-
By the time they met, he had 3 baby mamas. 3, not 1, not 2, 3. Do you know what 3 is? A crowd.
But she did realize, and she walked away.
You're allowed to make mistakes, and when you realize it, you're like, oops, I made a mistake.
Exactly. If once you realize it, and the fact that you
I
fixed
just
it.
pray I never make a mistake like that, because that's a big mistake.
Yeah. Well, I pray you
and
don't
he
do
has,
that.
and he has 2 more. He has 6 baby mamas. 6.
Yeah, no, I mean, Future is not the example we're going for when it comes to
Exactly.
the
Exactly.
21st century dad.
That's what. Did you watch the
But-
interviews of her crying, all talking about Nevidius is so good. That's his real name. Nevidius is so kind to me. No, he's not. He has 3 baby mamas. If he didn't marry any of them, he's not gonna marry you.
Well, I'm just proud that she left, and
Exactly.
and I celebrate her for that. And
Actually,
I
I
think
celebrate
people
him for loving the other child the way that he does.
Oh yeah, he's Russell.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like,
He's
so
a great
good.
step.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
dad. Let's not call him a
Yeah.
stepdad. I feel like at this
He's
point.
a dad.
Yeah, he's a
he
dad.
does everything, and it's just so remarkable. I love that part. That
Yeah.
part of him
Yeah.
raising him as his son
Yeah.
and everything.
But I haven't watched the Red Table Talk, sorry, but I know that she didn't, like, people always like to say, Ciara, give us the prayer, because you said you prayed.
Right.
Say it word for word, like we write it down and copy it, and she
Right.
didn't give it.
So you know.
I know,
Yeah.
exactly.
But I think it's just even an understanding that you are worthy of love that is kind and respectful and can withstand.
Wait, going back though, when he was interviewed, Russell, a few years back, he said that was his celebrity crush and he'd love to take her on a date when he was
Ooh.
married.
Okay.
Yeah,
That might
Look
be
at that.
some.
You know what? All
I
I'm
think-
saying as we
Yeah.
wrap up this show, ladies, is you might want to start visualize. I mean, you already are in a
No,
relationship.
he
you're
better
probably
visualize
happy.
me. That's what's gonna
No,
happen.
I'm guessing. I feel like it does hold some water. This visualizing. Maybe I need to rethink it.
There's
but
something that you don't have to put a name.
Yeah.
You don't have to be like, so Russell Crowe.
Can I-
Russell Crowe.
Okay, can I say another reason?
Yeah.
Maybe I feel like as women, okay, maybe this is so 1950s. I feel like we shouldn't be going after.
No, but
I
you
feel
should
like
know what you want. You
I
should
know what I
you
don't want. But if it comes my way, like if I see a crackhead, I'll be like, and then I'll see a businessman and I'll be like, I be, yeah.
But I don't know if a business. What?
Crackheads are just
after this,
minding
we
their
need-
own
we need to
business.
have a long
Yes, they are,
conversation.
and they're strong.
A businessman doesn't equal a good man.
No, I'm saying I would rather pick a businessman than a crackhead. Come on, Sharon.
But okay.
Wouldn't you?
I don't know if it's a simple or black and white.
Yeah,
disaster.
exactly.
It's
I
not.
don't think it
But if
is.
there's just the two of them, who would you go for?
I'd go for myself. I'd take my time and understand. I don't know. Is it former crackhead, change?
I don't care.
know.
Wherever
Sure.
there's the word crack, I'm
Are
not
you
going.
kind? Are you a kind businessman,
Or are you,
you know,
a selfish,
yeah.
abusive, demeaning?
So you'd rather a crackhead
Party
that's
animal.
kind.
No, you don't have to pick either. That's the thing.
Yeah, you just want to take your time. I'd rather happiness. I'm
Okay.
choosing happiness.
Happiness.
Not label, not title.
Happiness.
Yeah,
Happiness.
which we can all agree on.
Yes.
Okay, we're ending on a note where we're on the same page. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you.
for having us.
Oh no, it's a pleasure. And thank you for watching. I hope you have a super weekend. And if you have any topics that you think we should touch on, please hit us up on our social media. That's Living With Us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. But for now, I'm going to love you and leave you and see you guys on Monday at 8 a.m. sharp. Have a great weekend, and thank you to Park Inn by Radisson. We'll be back in a couple of days. So see you then. Bye.